So, what if the next time you hit a paywall online, you didn't have to sign up for another subscription? What if you could just pay like a fraction of a cent to unlock only what you want right then and there? Well, that's the whole idea behind a technology called A402. And believe me, it could completely rewire how we all use the internet. Look, we've all been there, right? You've got a new subscription over here, a streaming service over there, then another one for music. It all adds up, and pretty soon you're just drowning in monthly fees for a bunch of stuff you barely even use. It's exhausting. So, what's the alternative? Well, just imagine an a la carte internet. An internet where you pay pennies, literally pennies, for a single article or a single song or one video without any of the commitment. That's the world that a new protocol called A4002 is trying to build. And today, we're going to break down exactly what that could mean for you. First up, we'll talk about the hidden fees we're all paying on the internet right now. Then, we're going to unlock the tech behind A42 and see what it would actually mean for your digital life. We'll even take a peek into the wild future of a machine-to-machine economy. And finally, we'll ask the big question: is this actually a better, fairer web or just something else? All right, so let's start with where we are today. Trying to get to content online can feel like you're navigating a minefield. This idea of a free internet, it's not free at all. We're paying for it with our time, with our data, and let's be honest, with our patience. And it's a battle we all know. You've got those intrusive ads that slow everything to a crawl. You hit those all-or-nothing paywalls that demand a monthly fee when all you want is one article. You have to fill out yet another inconvenient sign-up form. And all the while, in the background, your data is being scooped up. The whole system is just clunky and frustrating. But what if there was a better way? One that's been hiding in plain sight, built right into the DNA of the internet from the very beginning. That brings us to A402. It's a protocol that basically revives a piece of internet history that's been sitting on the shelf, unused for decades. You know how you sometimes see a 404 page not found error? Well, there's another code, 402. Which literally means payment required. It was created for this exact kind of thing, but it just never really took off. What 402 does is it dusts off that old code and gives it a modern engine, blockchain technology. This makes instant, tiny payments or micropayments not just possible, but practical. The easiest way to think about it, it's like having Venmo built into the entire web. It's automated, it's secure, and it's available to anyone, anywhere in the world. No traditional bank account needed. So how would this actually work for you? Honestly, it's incredibly simple. You find something you want to read or watch, you click it, and your browser gets that 402 signal. With a single click, you approve a tiny payment from a digital wallet, and boom, the content unlocks. No filling out credit card forms, no signing up for a new account. You're just in. It's meant to be totally seamless. Okay, so that's the tech part, but what does it actually feel like to use? How could this really change our day-to-day online habits? And that goes for us, the people consuming stuff, but also for the people who are actually creating it all. And the key, the absolute game changer here, is the scale. We're not talking about another $5 subscription. We are talking about a single cent, maybe even a fraction of a cent for one piece of content. That's the micro in micropayments. For us as consumers, the dream is awesome. An a la carte web, way fewer ads, and a ton more choice. But the reality is a little messier. First off, you'd need a crypto wallet, and that's a big hurdle for a lot of people. Prices could also change, And you'd probably still be juggling different payment methods because, let's face it, not every site is going to jump on this overnight. Now for creators, the potential is just massive. They could finally get paid for their work directly without having to rely on ad money or give a huge cut to some big platform. It could create a world where real quality wins out over cheap clickbait. But again, there are challenges. All that competition could drive prices way down, and they'd have to figure out how to deal with things like blockchain fees and, crypto taxes. Okay, now let's jump into the future for a second, because this is where things get really, really interesting. A42 isn't just about people paying for stuff. Its real power might be in letting our devices and our AI assistants pay for things all on their own. I mean, just picture this. Your self-driving car automatically pays a tiny fee for real-time traffic data so it can steer you away from a jam. Or your AI assistant pays for a premium search result to get you a better, faster answer. Or your smart fridge pays a few cents for recipe ideas based on the food you actually have inside. This is what people are calling the machine economy. The upsides are pretty clear, right? You get seamless automation and way more efficient devices. But it also raises some really serious questions. What about your privacy when every single tiny transaction can be tracked? What happens if an AI starts spending your money like crazy? And maybe the biggest question of all, who's really in control of these AIs that are acting on our behalf? So let's pull the camera all the way back. If this technology really took off and became widespread, what would that mean for the internet as a whole? Would it finally fix some of our biggest problems? Or would it just end up creating a whole new set of them? The optimistic take? Well, A402 could seriously democratize the web. It could take power away from big tech, give us back our privacy, and empower creators all over the world. But the realistic drawbacks are pretty big too. This whole thing depends on people actually adopting crypto, which is notoriously volatile. And it could create a brand new digital divide where only people with crypto can get the best information. And that raises a deeper question. Should all information have a price tag on it? And really, that's the central question we're left with. A42 paints this fascinating picture of a more direct, value-for-value internet. But as we start moving toward this pay-as-you-go web, we have to ask ourselves, are we actually tearing down the old subscription paywalls just to build thousands of tiny new ones in their place? The answer to that is going to shape the future of all of our digital lives.